Julian,
Jason.
I have a brand new shirt.
Oh, yeah, it's that kid.
Yeah, it's the Giving Tree, but it's a marijuana. I got this shirt for $40.
Wow.
You go to the Giving Tree, 420 on Instagram. Come around Christmas time. Now that $40 goes to the kids. There's a toy drive this guy's throwing on. There's people under the stairs. This grower who makes seeds, and they also auction off a bunch of seeds and pieces, and you also get seeds with the shirt. He puts them in there for you.
Oh,
this is a great deal. Thanks.
Nicely done.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jules.
And
we doing filmographies. It's a lost Keith.
We found another lost Keith.
We might be the only two people to have watched this picture at least this year.
I bet 100.
If not this decade.
I bet 1,000%. Now, we've been trying to find Hoggs Heaven for 3 years.
Jason and Jules started on their Keith Gordon bullshit back in November of 2022.
I could never find anything on the internet. And I will tell you, I went to the writer and the director on Instagram after trying to contact him through other avenues. And I was like, hey, could we please have a copy of that? And he said, do I know you guys? And I said, I mean, we're doing the Keith stuff. Never heard another peep from him. And he's just over in Wisconsin. He's 1,000 years old. Somebody wants to watch something you made 40 years ago. Why wouldn't you be like, ugh? Or be like, I don't have it, fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or yes, appreciate my work.
So, anyways, we found it. I contacted everybody that had uploaded or downloaded a copy of it on this website that I go to that's private. You can't go there.
It's called Facebook.com.
Yeah, Facebook.com. And one of them was like, yeah, I got it on an external hard drive. And they had it up, and I had it within 2 hours. Tonight I'm drinking 99 peppermint.
As am I. Lord help me.
To have a good time?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
You ready for some trivia?
Yes, please.
Did you know that I needed you to hit me with that synopsis? There's nothing about this movie. It's barely even on IMDb.
Hoggs Heaven. William Hogg just won his first writing award for his poetry book, a feat that took him a while to accomplish, 14 years. When confronted by an aggrieved stranger after a poetry reading, chastising Hogg for airing his family's dirty laundry in such a public forum. That sounds weird, right?
I don't know. I wrote it, so obviously not.
Convinced he should give his estranged family a fresh start, he quickly regrets his decision and only ends up reinforcing his initial thesis that not all dogs go to
Hoggs Heaven. Yeah, I had no idea what to expect. For some reason, I did think it was going to be like a weird family drama.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like a nice little movie.
Yeah.
Like friendly. It's about winning a poetry contest. Oh, this is going to be tender.
And it's like peculiar at times, dark at others, and all within the span of a quick 28 minutes, you know?
You know what it reminds me of?
No, I don't.
Why don't you hit me with that synopsis?
Oh.
No, the play we saw in Chicago, The Humans.
Are you balancing a job with all your studies?
The main reason I'm not done with school yet is because I was depressed for a bit. I'm fine now.
In our family, we don't have that kind of depression.
Dad. Whoa, come back to Earth.
Sorry.
No, we just have a lot of stoic sadness.
Oh, okay.
It reminded me a bit of that.
Yeah. The dad was kind of giving me Alan Arkin vibes. I recognized the mom, but I didn't bother to look to see what else she was in.
Turns out she is from Jason's fantasies, cause he loses his shit big time over her when they watch Endless Love the following week.
I thought that the dad, is his name James Rebhorn, who was in I Love Trouble, and he died horribly of cancer. But then I think he wrote his own eulogy. I thought it was that guy, and then pretty quickly, as soon as he started talking, I was like, oh, that's not that guy.
Yeah. I thought Mark Boone Jr. was one of the people at the poetry reading, and I just completely missed it. But he plays a more pivotal role.
I'm a motorcycle aficionado.
Yeah, it's another young Boone.
So Gordon, he's won the
Gardenia
Award, which comes with $250 and the ability to read one of your poems in front of a group of people.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess.
And you come up and talk to him afterwards.
I just wanted to tell you that I, too, have lived underwater. Why, thank you.
It's like a poetry reading, but normally you would do that for like the book release, and not like because I would assume he read that poem to win.
No, you submit your work, right? And then
because the guy reads.
The winners go up there and read their stuff.
Okay, because there's a lady reading.
Yeah, so maybe she's second place.
And where does she go? He learned that the only promise better than a $10 bill is a $20 bill. And they go, oh my God. And then immediately the host gets up, and the winner is, and I'm like, oh shit, that was fast. You didn't have to think about that. And then Gordo reads his poem about his upbringing and brings the house down. Everybody, there's people weeping, except for one lady who looks a little like Kate McKinnon.
She's cute.
And she's eyeballing him hardcore. So she rolls up on him afterwards. And she's like, you sicken me, you shithead.
I think what you're doing is disgraceful.
Wait a minute. What am I
doing? You are dragging your dear old parents through the streets.
Yeah, she's like really aggressive. Like,
because I'm thinking, oh, she must know him or be from his family.
What does she say? Like, do you know how much work goes into a child? And then she throws a crazy number.
Do you know how many things a parent does for a child in like the first 4 years of its life?
Did she say $1 million?
2 million.
Yeah.
And then the host or the judge or whatever, he's going, yeah, looking at Keith like, what is wrong with you? So then Keith decides, well, I better call up my famo and have my mom and dad over for dinner.
He's a good kid. Like, you can tell in this moment where what she said, it resonates with him. And I'm like, I'm with her a tiny bit, but not really, because you do so much for these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. Like right now, somebody I know who is smearing a little bit of poop and boogers on the wall right by the toilet paper holder. And when I wash it off, the paint comes off and it looks worse over there. And I keep telling them they can't do that. And why would you? Because the toilet paper is right there. If you have something on your hands, use the toilet paper and not the wall. And this is an example of things you do with your children.
And yet you keep doing it.
Having kids?
No. Smearing your poop and boogers on the wall.
God, I would never do that. It's amazing how they will like violate you in the weirdest ways.
Yeah.
When you're like, you're violating human nature. What?
I can't imagine like what it feels like to be actually like let down. It's got to be like pretty bad.
Let down?
Yeah, like you just look at your kid like, you let me down.
Yeah. Well, you love them, so it's not really quite.
Well, I know you love them, but it's got to feel like a whoosh, goosh, goosh to the gut. And so he invites them over, and on the phone they kind of seem like shocked, but not like rude. At first, the mom.
William? What a pleasant surprise. I hardly know what to say.
Listen, Mom, I want to invite you and Dad over for dinner this coming Friday. I got some good news.
Oh? It sounds wonderful.
Well, yeah, it is.
I so love good news.
I know you do.
Can't wait to tell your father.
Then it seems like, okay, they could care less. But they decide to come over. And as they're ascending up the staircase, a Joan Jett-looking person comes down.
Yeah, I thought this is just like a punk lady in the city.
Punk lady, yeah.
She got glasses on.
Yeah.
She's all
spike hair.
Jetted up. Yeah.
Like, and they hug the wall.
Yeah. What do you think that lady's thinking? Just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, she's probably just like, yeah, whatever. They're old.
I think he lives in downtown and they live in a neighborhood.
I think they live in like the outskirts / suburbs.
Okay. But they don't
away.
They don't live hours away in the middle of a cornfield.
No. But I don't think they come into they don't come into Manhattan.
What? You think this is Manhattan? Is that where this is? Shut up. No
I
way.
assume so.
No.
Where is it?
With this stupid little poetry reading?
Yeah.
You think this is where this seems like it's at a high school gym.
Well, but they can have not just because it's in New York doesn't mean it's going to be at the Met Gala.
I know, but this seems like it would be like
the problem is that he speaks with such a New York accent.
Huh.
You don't get that?
Is this where Keithy's from?
Yeah. So that I guess I just assumed he's living in a shitty apartment. there's a transsexual.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like when they get up there, like, we saw a transsexual.
And he's like, oh, really?
And yeah, I like his reaction. And their reaction, I mean, their personal reaction of being horrified by this person is not good. But the fact that they just labeled them like what they are is at least something.
Yeah.
There's malice because they're horrified, but they didn't use any hate speech.
And immediately upon coming in, I thought there was like a slight pivot because the dad goes, oh, did you fix the place up yourself? Like seeing the person outside and the conditions of the hallway, I guess, that he comes into his apartment and finds it like pleasantly nice.
Well, take a seat while I go open the wine.
You think it's a shitty apartment?
No, I'm not. I've lived in buildings like this. They're fine, but they probably have mice. They probably have roaches. They probably have radiators that make a lot of fucking noise and get too goddamn hot.
Ping pop.
The windows are probably drafty. The floorboards probably squeak. The bathroom sink probably has a hot and cold faucet separated, which annoys the shit out of me. But
what does that mean? Is there two heads?
Yeah.
Really?
Those are the worst. So I'm like, oh, maybe his dad's kind of like, maybe there'll be like a quick.
I never seen that before in my life. Oh, you don't like it when I touch you, do
No,
you?
I love it.
No, I don't think you did
It's
like
the only
it.
human touch I get.
I did. I brought it. It's a callback to when he did that to me a couple times in a row, and I was always like, "What?"
Lower next time. Now, but immediately the dad's like, hey, "You got any booze?" He goes, "Oh, I'm opening up a bottle of wine, no whiskey."
No.
Yeah, no. And the mom just downs it, the bottle, as he's cooking chicken, because the meat jerk guy, the butcher, that was kind of funny. He's like, "Hey, I need you watch your pastrami," or whatever he says. He goes, "No, I need a chicken, a roast, or whatever." And he keeps saying like how good it is to be good to your family. And you could hear like loud chopping, and he looks back, and there's like his triplets or some shit chopping meat.
You hear that? He's having his parents over for dinner. Hey! 6 months ago, they moved out to their own place. Me and the mother still waiting for an invitation.
So he's cooking this big fucking bird, and the mom downed all the wine, and then all of a sudden there's a knock at the door.
He is like an attentive son, right? Like he's trying to entertain them and be sweet to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they are not nice.
I mean, it seems like a significant amount of time has passed since they've seen each other last.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, just to anticipate you need a bottle of whiskey for your dad just to come over and have fucking dinner.
Yeah.
You know, you can't fault a guy. But at the door lurks his two sisters and Mark Boone Jr., who's dating one of them. The more, I guess, level-headed one. The other one's like a rockabout kind of wild child.
But the last time we saw Mark Boone Jr., I mean, is in the 30 Days of Night that we lost the recording of. But prior to that was Arena Brains, correct?
Yes.
And that was also young, thin,
before
short
this,
hair
right?
Mark Boone Jr.
Hi. I'm looking for my girlfriend.
Mark Boone Jr. is about like 60, 70 pounds lighter than you've ever seen him, unless you somehow saw these
60,
movies.
70 years younger than you've ever seen him.
He's got way shorter hair. It's up like this.
He's
It's
kind of
interesting.
handsome. Like, if you saw him, you'd be like, that's a fine-looking man.
So you're implying that if you saw older Mark Boone Jr., you'd be like, oh, fuck
No,
that.
it's just that the older he gets, I think, like a Steve Buscemi, but not that extreme, he just sort of has, like, these pronounced features. The wilder hair. He's a bigger guy.
I mean, he's got a cultivated slob look. It's honestly, he really...
It works for him.
Yeah, it does. It got him a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's a good actor.
Yeah, you got to find your lane. So when they're looking for a Mark Boone Jr. type, well, coincidentally enough, there's a Mark Boone Jr.
I don't know, does he have mustard on his shirt? Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And you know, immediately they're just all going to town on Keith. He only had one bottle of wine. You imagine that?
You should know, William. One bottle of wine does not constitute, and never has constituted, a celebration.
You tell him, Mom.
In fact, one bottle of wine. Well, if you want to know the truth, one bottle of wine is a cruelty. And I think you know that.
Yeah.
And you did this on purpose.
She's so fucking mean to him.
Yeah, they're all ass fucks.
And they keep making fun of his $250 prize.
Yeah, he goes, so you won the Garden Awards? Gardenia. He's kind of pretentious.
Why don't they call it the Slab Rock?
Something useful.
Yeah.
Oh, $250. You've been doing this for what, 14 years? And Mark breaks it down. It's like, what, $19 a day or some shit, he says?
I think it's probably much worse than that.
Yeah, 19 cents. But so he goes and gets more booze, and he's getting the booze, and he's cooking the chicken and the family. I was wondering.
He doesn't go get more booze because they show up with it, right?
Oh, that's right. They have booze.
Yeah, they have like 2 bottles of wine and a bottle of whiskey.
At least 1 bottle of wine and a bottle of whiskey. Yeah.
They have 7 bottles of wine and a jug of whiskey that says die.
And they're all just getting shit canned. And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if a young Paul Thomas Anderson saw this and influenced a little movie called Punch Drunk Love.
Oh, because the Mean Family?
The sisters.
The sisters specifically.
Hey, we were just talking about you.
All
Remember
right.
we used to call you gay boy? You'd get all mad?
What's that?
We used to call you gay boy. Remember? You'd be fine, and then we'd call you gay boy. You'd just freak out.
We were calling you gay, and you got so mad you threw the hammer through the sliding glass door. You remember?
I don't remember that.
Yes, you do. We were calling you gay boy, and you got so mad. Are you gay now?
Because they're fucking real mean.
That one is laying in.
I would not
heavy.
be surprised if he started bashing out sliding doors, but it's his apartment, so no.
Because he thinks, okay, fuck that. To get back at these shitters, I'm going to read poetry.
But there's also a pistol on top of the poem book, and you're like, oh my God, is he going to kill
Just
them?
in case. And you're thinking, okay, this is not going to go well.
No.
And they go, we don't want to hear that. How about you just summarize it?
He's really going to put them into place with a pope.
Yeah, so he's like, okay, you're my family, and you're all in the water, but you're not swimming, and yet you're not drowning because you're standing on something. A rock. Is it a rock? And then the sister immediately goes, it's him. We're standing on him like we did up at the Catskills that weekend.
You could float without swimming.
Yes.
You can get a balance. You don't even have to move your arms.
No,
really.
just having lungs and air in your lungs will make you float. And so he goes, yeah, that's right. How'd you know that?
No. Billy's down there like that because he likes it there. He prefers it there.
That's not true.
He's happy, all hunched over, holding his breath.
And she goes, you're a pussy. And he goes, oh, fuck that shit. And he goes into the bathroom and he starts running. He starts losing his mind. But then he runs a bath in his nice clawfoot. The bathroom is probably the same size as the rest of the entire apartment.
It's a big-ass room.
And so he's dunking himself under the water. Meanwhile, out in the living room, everybody's wasted. The mom's bogarting the chicken.
Come on, Mom. Get off the fucking chicken. No.
She straight up is hoarding the chicken and saying it's hers
Like
because she raised all of them.
She's
so
interacting
it's
with the
least she
chicken
gets.
in a way that you don't want to eat it.
No. It's a nice detail is there's chicken grease all over her dress.
Yeah. And the daughter's like, come on, Ma. She goes, no. And then all of a sudden, and this is where it gets weird, the daddy, he's dancing by himself, and he looks at the other daughter, and she goes, why are you looking at me? And he goes, I want you to dance with me. She goes, you want me to dance with you? He goes, yeah, dance with me. And they start dancing, and the mom's just fucking losing her mind. And Mark Boone's just sort of standing there. And it's weird because he goes, I don't understand what all the commotion's about. Like, nobody's really doing anything. The other sister starts pilfering.
She's stealing
statues
everything
and
from
shit. What do you think of this? That's okay. In the bag. And he goes, what's the big deal? They're just dancing. She goes, I know.
She's not going to ruin this too. Something like that. Like she lasers in on it.
Yeah. And then they're dancing. And he goes, hey, let's dance out into the hallway. She goes, okay. And Mark's like, I just don't get it. What's the problem? They're dancing.
It's weird, but
it's very weird.
What is the?
I mean, it suggests that they're just openly fucking to me.
Yeah.
Right. And
normal family stuff.
The daughter's just like, you know what? Let's just bounce. So Marco Buono, he yells through the door, hey, yo, Keitho, I'm leaving. Thanks for inviting me.
It is nice that he at least says thank you to her.
Yeah, because he's ribbon, good nature, but I think he doesn't know the dynamic.
Yeah.
If he knew the dynamic, he probably wouldn't be ganging up on him.
Because his girlfriend seems like she's probably nice when she's not around the family.
She seems like a fine woman.
Family brings terrible things out of
Yeah,
people.
she escaped them.
You immediately fall back into your dynamics.
And managed to be like a real person.
Mm-hmm.
Keith barely got away, probably primarily because I just didn't care enough to keep fucking with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just a shattered man. He's a Tobias Funke. The other chick, she just probably has her way with whatever she wants.
Yeah.
So she runs that house. So she didn't need to leave.
She's the one that's fucking Papa.
Exactly. She's the mama nay. And so the mom comes in holding the chicken, all greased up, talking to Keith in the bathtub, and she's just like, you know, at the end of the day, we're stuck with you. And so then fast cut to not another awarded ceremony, I guess, but they're doing the same poetry slam. And he looks and he goes, the first poem was called Fun in the Sun.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, I have a new poem. It's called More Fun in the Sun. And he looks right at that lady who's in the pew gallery,
stares right
clutching
at
her purse.
bitch.
And that's Hoggs Heaven.
Hoggs Heaven. It took a long time to find it. I don't even understand what this. It seemed like it was for CBS, but I don't understand how it would be. Like, who financed this short film and for what?
Yeah, like it's.
What do you do with short films?
I mean, we grew up at a time where I don't think they did things like this all the time anymore. 70s, it seemed like you'd get that CBS Playhouse and shit.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, where would you air a 22-minute single episode TV movie that is kind of fucking hog wild?
I think like HBO and Showtime would have a few they would slot in the 80s, maybe early 90s. But
yeah, HBO and Showtime would be your only options for like non-TV TV. Otherwise, you'd have to go to one of the big three.
Usually, like a short film would be your entryway into things, right?
Mm-hmm.
To show off things. Michael Tav had already done two full-length movies before this.
Mm-hmm.
With decent casts, I think, too. I peeked at them, and I was like, oh.
Maybe he knew Keith.
No.
And Keith was like, hey, I got this project. I need somebody to direct because I'm not a director yet.
No, I don't think Keith had. I think Keith is just a for-hire guy.
I should mention that Keith has a full-blown masculine mullet.
Isn't it the same one from the Miami Vice episode?
Probably is, except he's not as thinning.
I think there was like a 2-year period where he had that same kind of mullety thing happening.
He looks good, though, otherwise. And he's good in here.
It was good to see him. We're always happy to see Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Keith, could you like just be in some more stuff? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just for us. Just specifically for us.
Yeah.
Could you do it for us?
You pay for it, you make it, but it's just for us.
I bet you people put him in things.
If I had the ability to, I certainly would.
So this movie's weird. The short film's weird. It's got a lot more style and personality than you would have thought it would have. I liked it. I didn't think it was amazing, but I got a lot of respect for it.
Yeah, it's well shot. It's well made.
It's well acted.
Well acted. It's weird.
It's got a good vibe.
You can't pin it down.
It's very much like a play. Is how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you give what could be the final Keith project, but isn't?
I'll give it a 6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice of you.
Yeah.
I got a 6.5 also.
There we go.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it probably helps that it's short. I mean, you can't argue with the runtime.
It was better than the Palikari. That's why I wore this coat, because I wore this for the Palikari
I
episode.
do recall that, yes. I remember.
Yeah. You remember? yeah.
Same joke.
What do you give Keith?
I give him a solid 6.5 as well.
Yeah, it wasn't a knockout performance. He's done a lot of interesting things.
Yeah, he's kind of just the sounding board or landing pad for the cruelty.
Minus reactions, I feel like, to that lady at the poetry reading in the beginning and the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that's when his personality shines. That's where his truth is. Okay.
Yeah, so that's it.
6.5 all the way.
Keith, we missed you.
Yeah, Keith.
We lost you too soon.
Haven't called in. We did that My Palikari episode quite a while ago.
Yeah, we watched you on that Tim Heidecker thing, too.
Yeah. Did you not know the number was 763-634-1897?
Because I'm pretty sure you do. You can also email us.
We do filmographies@gmail.com.
Yep. You can like this video.
Keith.
Subscribe to the channel.
Keith, we expect it.
Leave a comment.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of the new lights?
Oh, yeah. Do you like these chairs? Do we look more comfortable?
Yeah.
And then, Keith, if you want, you can leave us a 5-star review on any of the podcast platforms. And within your review, you can pick a movie for us to do an episode on, just like this one. Just write the movie in there.
Guest appearance by Joel. He just texted me.
Oh.
I deleted it.
That's a good call.
Yeah, you can also rate us on podcast shit and give like a 5-star rating, leave a review, and then suggest a movie for us to watch. Go to that link tree, linktr.ee/we doing filmography.
Did you know that's what I said those exact things while you were looking at your phone?
I know.
No,
I didn't. Joel had me wrapped up.
Yeah,
He's
I
talking
understand.
some mad shit.
Oh, shit, about Mandy Moore's
about
new
you.
face. Oh.
He told me not to tell you that, though.
Okay, I understand.
Well, I've been Jules.
I've been Jason.
And